Alrighty, y'all, what's happening? Welcome back to the Bass All Year channel. Appreciate y'all tuning in today. Now we're down here in Orlando, Florida. Just finished up the first stop of the Bassmaster Eastern Opens here for 2020. Stayed here taking care of my parents' dog. Actually, my brother just welcomed their first child. My brother and his wife just welcomed their first child. So the rest of my family's up in Pennsylvania with that. Worked out good. I was able to stay at their house, watch the dog while everyone was up north. So what we're doing today is a little bit of pond fishing. Walk around the neighborhood a little bit, throw some casts around some of these ponds. I want to get creative. So I have my gear here. I'm gonna go over this bag in another video, and this is exactly what I use as a co-angler here in the Bassmaster Open. So I'm gonna go over that. But this is all I have. All I have is gear used for the Kissimmee chain this week. And I busted out this combo here. It's the Speed Spool Tournament Light on a Dobyns Champion. That is a 734 casting rod. And I'm gonna go through this tackle bag, got tons of stuff, and I'm gonna pick one bait, and I'm gonna modify it pretty crazy. So it'll be like a new pond, new bait fishing challenge, so to speak. I have something in mind I wanna try to create, but if I don't have the parts and pieces to make it happen, we'll just go simple, so y'all can like eagerly watch, see what happens. All right, so I was able to get everything I need together. Now what we're gonna be throwing is a simple 5-inch red shad Yamasenko 3-aught wide gap hook, a spiral lock or a hitchhiker, depending by what they're called kind of in your region. We call them hitchhikers. And then the back willow leaf off of this here spinner bait. So luckily I have one back here and it has a rotating swivel. So we're gonna open up this loop here and pull that swivel and the blade off and show you what I have in mind here. All right, so here we go. Back willow leaf off of this Booyah spinner bait. But we kept the split rings and the swivel attached. That's important to allow this blade to continue doing its job. Spiral lock or hitchhiker, 3-aught wide gap, and the stick bait, Senko, whatever your choice may be. In this case, honestly, we're just using the rest of my pack here because I blew through these things flipping them this week. So now we're gonna go to the tail and we're gonna rip off just enough that we're able to turn it onto the spiral lock here. We're going to take the blade, slide it on top of the hitchhiker, and continue to turn the worm onto it to where it's now covered. And I'm going to try to just get it far on as possible because I don't want this thing sliding off. A, because this is the only blade I have, and B, I don't want to completely ruin the spinner bait. So look at that. Now we have a Senko with the blade on the back. Then we have our 3-aught wide gap, and we're gonna go in just like a normal weightless rig. We're just gonna thread this old boy on here. Up the shank, cover the eye in our knot, come in, give her a bend, slide up and over, weedless, boom. So now we have this contraption going on right here, and we're gonna bomb this thing around some ponds today. Some ultra clear ponds. I wish I had almost like a better shad representation. This thing is kind of out there, but you know, it'll do for what we need it to do. And I was gonna do this setup with a fluke and put the hitchhiker and like the blade and swivel and everything under here, so I'd have like a weedless underspin going on, but I don't have any flukes. Again, we're fishing the open on the Kissimmee chain, so I'm working with stuff I was fishing with this week. That's what we came up with. That's what we got. We're gonna fish with that and try to catch some fish on it. Now I know I didn't invent that or like come up with that myself, okay? This is like, you don't need to roast me in the comments below. This rig has kind of been out. I've seen it done to a fluke before, but again, I wanted to do it for myself. I can't tell you exactly. I thought about it myself, but I know it's been around, so if that makes sense. I'm not some crazy inventor, mad scientist in this garage here coming up with rigs. You wanna go fish too, dude? Is actually the grandson of the American Bulldog from Homeward Bound. So, fun fact. Like his spot. Alright, so let's hook up a chest cam. Let's go over and make a little rundown of our first pond and see what we can make happen. Alright, so I'm gonna go with the wide angle for a little bit. I've been using linear. That is our setup. See how it looks like. Luckily this pond is like freakishly clear. It actually like looks really dang good. Dirtiness. Really need to get like underwater for this. That would be sweet. It's really wild, actually. Uh-oh. Brought through our first piece of pond scum algae, so we'll see how that holds up. It's number one on it. Oh God, don't tear it up. Don't tear it up. Well, it's good it rides up the line. He's little, but number one on the, I don't know what to call it, rig. So it takes a lot longer to sink because it falls backwards and slowly. He chased it. He chased it. Couldn't stand the old blade. Nice corner hook. Number two on it. Hopefully this little Senko will hold up for us. Yeah, I'm not gonna spend too much time on that little guy. Oh, look at this. He blew it up. I was just fixing to say, look at this retrieve. Oh man, that's so sweet. Let's get them in. Man, they're little. Dude, I can almost like bring this thing just under the surface and like burn it to where it sends an awesome little wake. Let's see if we can get another one casting over here. That was such a sweet bite. Look how I can just, oh. No. No. Dude. No way. He bit the worm off the hook. Come on, man. That's such a tragic end to this video. I don't have another blade to put on. No way. Dude, if it wasn't so cold out, I'd seriously walk and go get it. Got one on just a normal Senko. And he doesn't have my worm in his mouth. If I see it, I'll walk out and get it. I feel like I'm obligated to go look for it. Forget it, I'm doing it. I'm gonna go look for it. Oh, Jesus, it's cold. I don't know exactly where it fell off at. Because he dang sure could have bit it and then just took off swimming with it and then spat it out 20 yards out. Dude, I don't even see anything that would maybe be a Senko. I guess all good things have to come to an end. God, man, that sucks so bad. So I was over there and I cast it towards the corner. Wonder if it's farther up. All right, well, you know what? I'm not gonna spend any more time. We were able to get a couple fish on video. I'm one to imagine when that fish, oh God, I got one. Jesus, walking around the corner of this pond. Picked it up on the drop. Well, 4 fish, maybe 5, I don't remember. I'm one to believe the way that fish ate that worm, that when I set the hook, he swam off with it in his mouth and eventually spat it. And it sank out in the bottom of this pond to where I could never see it again. The other thing you need to be doing, making very long casts along shorelines. And work it fleeing and then let it. The reason you need long casts is because there's going to be a lot of fish on the shore and you don't want to be spooking them, obviously. And those long casts might equal you bringing that bait across the bed without being detected, without that bass seeing you, thus resulting in you catching more fish. Got one on here. That was a far cast. Not that big though. Look at him coming right on in. Welcome. God. Right in the corner of the old mouth. Another little one, but man, they're a blast to lean back on. Might be a better fish. All right. Probably the best one all day. Come here. Oh, all right. If only we caught you on the old spinner rig. Best one all day, about a pound and a half. Alrighty, y'all, so that was pretty cool. We were able to crack a couple small little pond fish on that little rig, and I gotta say, honestly, I've never gone to that place and really just like hit them so cool and so fast the way that they were biting. So I really do think that blade, the way it was spinning, and the profile of that blade on the back of that bait, really do think that helped to bite a little bit. It's a shame it had to end in such a tragic way. Like, didn't even like click to me that that could happen, that it could get pulled off like that. So the next time I think I'm gonna screw in the head and the tail. That way I have the blade attached to the tail and then the head of the bait screwed into a hook, and I think it'll be a little tighter on that hook and it won't get pulled off as easily. But really cool, man. So if you've got a favorite fishery, be sure to check out that little rig and fish it, because it is cool and you can retrieve it tons of different ways and just the way it falls. Appreciate y'all tuning in today to the Bass Lawyer channel again. Hope you guys hit that subscribe and stick around for some more awesome bass fishing content. Hit that thumbs up, and any questions, comments, concerns, throw those things down below. We'll see y'all right back here for another video. Make sure you guys get out there, stay safe, break that PB, and have an awesome 2020 bass fishing year. See you guys next time.